They're dancing around the helicopter. Everybody get in. Everybody get in. What is happening? Dudes. Oh my god. You got us all killed, you idiots. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play 1001 Games. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we are checking out Choplifter. This is a game originally made for the Apple II, one of the few games to later subsequently be ported to the arcades. I was kind of debating whether we should try the arcade version of this as well. Let's just see how long this Apple II version lasts. Wow, that like 3D effect when he flies past the fences are there, or whatever was back there, is actually really cool. It kind of creates a real sense of depth in this game. So in Choplifter, interesting title screen there. It's kind of a mishmash. It's all over the place. Huge mishmash of stuff by Dan Gorlin. Copyright 1982. Your mission, rescue the hostages. See that fence we just passed there? That's really cool. Kind of feels like we're on an alien planet. We're on like this purple landscape with like a starry sky and the moon in the background. It's like, where are we that we're rescuing people? Okay, first sortie. Gotcha. Okay, so trying to figure out the controls here. Okay, we've got it figured out now, so we can move up and down, left and right. We have one button here to handily shoot things. Yeah, look at this. Look at this fence. That is totally awesome. I'm like enthralled by this in this old game. We have another button to go sideways and also turn around. So we got everything we need. Let's go rescue some peeps over here. Oh, there's a tank. Just drove right past that dude. No sense in fighting when you don't need to. Oh, I wonder if we can like land on that dude. Nope. So there's no way to crash or I guess kill them. Everybody get in! It's a helicopter party. Oh god! Ah! Get out of here! Let's try and kill that tank if we can. The controls are actually a little tricky here. I'm just like pelting the ground here. Okay, let's just go ahead and try to rescue some more people. Forget about the tank. I don't know. Oh, look at all the people that were in that house. That's crazy. Oh god. Well, I think we lost a couple of people. See ya. We should really figure out how to kill that tank, though. Let's take a second. Let's take a second here. Okay, we missed him. Missed him. I feel like by the time he's on the screen, like, what are we supposed to do here? How do you aim down? Is there any way to aim down? Yes. Nope. This is like the deadly dance between helicopter and tank. Well, I don't know how to actually kill a tank. So maybe we should try the arcade version of this. You know what? In fact, let's definitely do this. We'll play a little bit of this sort of Apple II version here, but then we're going to go ahead and fast forward to the arcade. So this was originally developed for the Apple II. I think the original developer said he was sort of experimenting with just getting a helicopter animated on the Apple II, and after he did that, he kind of had fun with that, and then he was like, you know what? Let's make a whole game here. So he made oh, there's like a jet. Okay, maybe we do this. We just sort of fly near the ground. Okay, this tank is dead, man. Where are you, buddy? Boom! We didn't kill the tank. Oh, God, but a jet flew behind us and killed us. Anyway, the programmer was, messing around with getting a helicopter animated on the Apple II, and he was like, yo, let's make a whole game out of this. Let's make it a whole thing. So he did, and I'm down yet again. Okay, maybe we should actually try and kill that jet. The deadly dance between jet and helicopter. I feel like a helicopter, it could probably win against a tank. Like an Apache helicopter for sure could. But could a helicopter win against a jet? I don't know. I'm like very nervous going forward here. Oh, get away from me. You get away from me. You get away from me. I'm not very good at like killing enemies, but I guess this is a game where you need to be saving people, not necessarily killing people, so whatever. Let's just keep going here. Are there people over here? Anyone over here? Nope. Get away from me, tank. Get away from me, tank. Okay. You're not gonna get away from me, are you? Oh, I killed him! Oh, I killed him! Oh, you have to be like sideways to kill the tanks. Gotcha. Okay. I am on board with this. Boom. Tanks is nothing to me now. Oh, and there were people in there. Everybody get in! Come on! I'll drive you home! Oh god, there's a tank coming! You people! Okay, hold on. Hold on, your horse is like slowing down. Oh man, remember when old games would do this? They would like lag if there's too much action on the screen. 8 people running in a tank cannot process fast enough. Get out of here, you stupid tanks. There we go. The guy's like waving at me. He's like, hey, don't forget, you need to rescue us. Get in. Those 2 guys are just like dancing around the helicopter. Okay, there we go. Let's not forget. Oh, that dude over there. Oh, let's get the hell out of here. A lot of people died. Okay, nobody in the helicopter tell anyone about that. Oh, shoot. And we all fell to our deaths. All right, the end. Let's give that one at least one more shot here. So this was one of the first games to use the concept of an escort mission. And it's kind of funny, actually, because like escort missions have kind of become like the bane of, I wouldn't say like existence, but like definitely they're not like missions that people look forward to. They're not like, oh sweet, another escort mission. Like when people play games these days, they do not want escort missions. Like guys, they're dancing around the helicopter. Everybody get in. Everybody get in. What is happening? Dudes. Oh my god. You got us all killed, you idiots. Sometimes hostages in war zones just don't listen. Okay, from now on, if nobody gets, if I land and you don't get in my helicopter, you're on your own, man. You're on your own. Here we go. Let's land near this building. Let's land on this dude. Look, they're not getting in. Ugh, you fools. Okay, there we go. People are now starting to get in finally. They're like, oh, you mean go in the door? The files are in the computer? Alright. Get out of here, stupid tank. He's like, hey, don't wait for me. On the cover boxes for this game, actually, I know for the Atari and I believe the Apple original cover box, it's actually pretty funny. All the people you're saving are in like tan pants and like blue shirts. It literally kind of looks like you're saving a cult because they're all dressed like identically and they're dressed like very, I don't know if I call it conservatively, but just they're dressed like dorks, basically. We're saving a bunch of dorks from some kind of weird purple landscape. Damn it. Okay, we figured out how to kill the tanks. Next order of business is figuring out how to kill those freaking jets. Because it turns out jets are like helicopters' natural enemies. Oh, you're going down. You're going down. I got you. I almost died myself. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's better to just avoid the jets there. Anyway, this is one of the few games that was, I think I already said this, ported to the arcade. Usually the way it worked is like, a game would be successful in the arcade, and then they would come up with like a cheap home port that kind of, not necessarily butchered the game, but it was usually not as good as the arcade. A lot of tanks around here. Alright, tankies. You're going down. Game is slowing down. Too much action. Too much awesomeness is happening. Just like crash into the building. Everybody get in! I'm serious this time. Well, that was efficient. Let's get the hell out of here before we die. Man, in what world can a helicopter outrun a jet? That one guy's like, hey man, you forgot about me. And I'm like, I didn't forget, I just don't care. I just don't care. You're not worth enough points. Imagine they actually like assigned points, like how well you did in the military. They're like, Johnson, you got 5,000 points today. You know, Henderson, you wasted time with that one civilian. He was only worth 50 points, so. Like this one guy, let's leave him the whole time. He can run back to the embassy, man. I need a taxi service. Oh, God. Probably better he didn't get on the helicopter, considering what happened. Okay, we're going to give this one more shot, and then let's totally switch over to the arcade mode. Because I got the hang of it. It's kind of fun, but it's probably starting to look a little repetitive to you guys. And, yeah. This is obviously a cherished game. So even though, interestingly, escort missions... Can we kill people, by the way? I don't think we can. Force us to save people. Lame. Oh. We can't kill a tank. So even though escort missions, you know, people generally don't like those types of missions in modern games, this game is literally one long escort mission, but it was actually like pretty cool. A pretty cool concept for its time when you think about it. Ah! Get away, tank. Get away, get away, get away. Because there had never really been a game like this. Like usually when you were playing a game like back in the early days on the Atari or computer, it was just like kill all the enemies that you can. You never had to like save anyone. So the idea of like saving people is kind of interesting. Woo! Boom! I'm like the riskiest pilot ever. Oh wait, do I gotta land over here? You guys are so picky. Alright, get out. They're like lemmings. It kind of reminds me of back when I played Lemmings. Let's save these few dudes who are hanging out over here. God! That one jet, it like flies out of nowhere and he's like, sucker! And he just like hits me with a missile. He's trolling me. He's trolling me. So there's no point in like shooting like this, because you can't even hit a tank. And you can't kill... Oh, yes, you can kill people. Oh, and you can crash. Okay. So flying like that is not a good idea. Okay, this is the last run for the Apple II. Then we're going to hop over. We're going to modernize. We're going to hop into modern arcades. Okay, well, I'll see you guys in 1986. Alrighty, we've now jumped 4 years into the future from 1982 to 1986, and it is time to play Choplifter by Atari. Originally by Dan Gorlin from Borderland Software. Wait, did I say Borderland? Broderbund? So here it is. Let's go ahead and insert some quarters. You can see the game gets much more colorful than the old Apple II version. I think it also is going to be much harder. So we actually have a helicopter dude. He's wearing a red shirt and jeans. That's what you wear when you go out on straight up combat missions to rescue folks. Oh man, there's jets everywhere in this one. Oh my god. And there was like, what was that, like a missile battery? There's a guy in sunglasses, a blondie in sunglasses just shooting at us. What? Oh man, okay. So this is going to be way more challenging than what we experienced on the Apple II there. Let's just kill everyone. That seems like a good strategy generally. Oh, what hit me? What hit me? I thought it was clear. It must have been like a jet fired at me. Wow. They're not messing around. I've mentioned this before, but games in the arcade were definitely designed to be a lot harder than home console games because they wanted your money. They wanted you to die a lot. So yeah, this really epitomizes. When we were playing the Apple II version, we were flying around, oh god, rescuing people, oh my god. And it wasn't that hard, but like this is like, there's stuff everywhere. Oh, and there's tanks are showing up. Oh my god, I didn't even get back to the base with a single person. We have to rescue a single person. My god. Yowza. The graphics are definitely pretty improved here. Didn't even make it onto the high scoreboard, that's okay. We're just learning, we're learning. So we have how many people we have loaded, how many people we have saved, and how many people who are dead because of us. That last number is a number I want to keep low. I want to keep it on the low side. I don't want to have too many people's deaths on my conscience. My guy wants to be able to sleep at night, basically. He doesn't want to be directly responsible for too much murder and mayhem. My god. Oh, I think I killed a couple of people there. Okay, let's land real quickly. Oh god. Jesus. What? There's like a Jeep. There's just a Jeep driving around. This is a far more active war zone than that moon planet or whatever the hell we were on in the Apple II version. Alright. We have not saved a single person. We haven't saved a single soul. We are horrible Choplifter rescue pilots. I feel like I need backup. In the other game, definitely, I think, the reason my guy wasn't doing so hot is he just wasn't a great pilot. And really, he could have pulled it together and actually saved people. But I think this time around, like, this guy legitimately needs backup. There's a lot going on. Oh, what the hell is this? They're like drones. They were firing like drones at me. Drones in 1986? What the what? Game over. Oh my god. We gotta save one person. One person. Oh man. You know what's funny? Is that this game... So, the Apple II version of this game definitely feels dated if you look at the graphics and stuff. It still has some sort of nostalgia to it and stuff. But like this game here, it kind of feels like... Oh, shoot. It kind of feels like sleeker retro graphics. Like, I kind of find that when I go back and play these old arcade games that, like, if you play the home console port, sometimes the graphics, they look old and they just, like... They look old, but they don't hold up as well. They're still like kind of cool for nostalgia's sake, but they definitely look dated. Jesus. But like these graphics that we're seeing right here, they also look old, but like they're kind of like shaded nicely and there's some complexity to them. And so even though they're like older retro graphics, they're still kind of cool. And so, it's like when you think about a game like Choplifter, and you think, if you're going to go back and play one of the older versions of it, which should you play? And there are gameplay differences for sure between the Apple II or the arcade version, but it's one of those things where, like, there's some games that I've gone back to play, and even though I didn't really play the arcade version growing up, the arcade versions look nicer to me nowadays, and I'm sure they did back then too, but like, given the option, it kind of seems like I should play the arcade version, because in both, you know, arcade and the home console or home computer version, you're getting pretty much the same gameplay, but in the arcade version, you're getting kind of like a graphical update from like the old games. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Oh my god. Let's just save these people. These are the only people I could save. Oh god, make it back. Make it back. Just don't die. Just don't die! You son of a... They killed me! I had five people on board. They're all dead now. They're all dead. It's crazy. And we have a fuel meter. Do we have to, like, watch out for that? Oh my god, we do. Oh god! My god, this is challenging. So challenging. Okay, this is not a version of the game that I would go back and play, honestly. But, like, from what I was saying about sort of the graphical upgrades and stuff, it's kind of interesting to think, like, you could go back and play, like, an old game that you really loved, but you could get an upgraded version of it basically by playing the arcade emulated version these days. Back in the day, you could only play the home console version, and it probably had, like, limited graphics. Oh, I landed on a dude. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. You gave your life for a higher cause. The higher cause was to save, oh my god, 2 other people, which we didn't even do. We can't save a single goddamn person. Wow, this is so challenging. They weren't kidding. They were like, hey, you like Choplifter? Well, you're gonna have to pay like $30 if you want to like save a single person in the arcade version of this. Oh my god, he came up right on my ass, fired a bullet right behind me. Dear god. Are we gonna get to save a single person here? This is freaking brutal. Oh my god. I don't know if we are, man. I don't know if we are. Alright, well, Choplifter. I think we have learned that apparently war zones got far more dangerous between 1982 and 1986. Like in 82, they were like, you know, they had some bullets and stuff flying, but like they were doable. By 1986, war zones were just crazy. So if you were going to be in a war zone, I mean, you probably didn't want to be in one in the 80s, period. Or, you know, honestly, probably nobody wants to be in a war zone. War zones suck. Yeah, forget about that. But, yeah. Or maybe it's not even like a 1982 or 86 thing. Maybe it's just like Sega's war zones. In the land of Sega, they're like far more aggressive. Makes sense. Sega's a very aggressive company. So it would make sense that their war zones would be pretty aggressive. I feel like, man, I totally get how, like, back in the day, like, if you were good at arcade games, it was, like, a real skill. And, like, people would, like, show up to, like, watch you play and stuff. Okay, we gotta get the hell out of here. Sorry, dude, we left somebody behind. You know how, like, all the war movies, they're always like, we're never gonna leave somebody behind. We can't leave him behind enemy lines. I'm just like, he's being left. He's being left because there's like 5 jets right near the base. Are you freaking kidding me? We were over the base. The crashed wreckage of our helicopter had the civilians in it, and we crashed right in front of our embassy's door. Oh my god. Okay, we're like getting a little better, but like, man, I totally see where, like, if you were good at arcade games, man, you know, that joystick would be sweaty, be in the zone. You need, like, the fastest reaction times of, like, any game ever. This is so crazy. Okay, come on, we gotta save one dude. One dude. That's all I want to do. Then I will feel successful. I will feel like a success in life. Okay, here we go. This guy. Okay, let's take his buddy too. There's always room for one more. Except when the tanks show up, then we gotta just like bail. Freaking jets. Let's actually take a second and kill these jets! Oh my god, one just flew behind me and screwed me! Holy crap. This game was meant to be unbeatable. This game was literally meant to be unbeatable. It was literally meant to separate children from their quarters. This is unbelievable. This is crazy. I'm having a bit of fun with it, but like, man, is this challenging. Holy smokes. Man. And I made such a big deal recently about like how challenging Wing Commander was and stuff. Like, but my god, the arcade version of Choplifter. Even worse. Even worse. You can hit things, but it doesn't seem to matter when they just are constantly respawning. Let's kill all these things. Okay, well, our first life or two is just kind of clearing the way. I'm gonna start wrapping up here because, like, I have lost all, confidence in my own abilities. I don't necessarily feel like, a flying ace like I did back in the Apple II days. But Choplifter, what have we learned here today, guys? I think we have learned, don't let Sega make your war games if you want them to be playable. That's a thing. I think we have also learned that don't get stuck in a war zone, man. Because if you gotta rely on helicopter pilots to get you out, oh man. There's no hope for you, man. There's no hope. Or at least be like in an 8-bit world if it's gonna happen. Don't come to the 16-bit world. The 16-bit world sucks. It's just full of like non-stop, bullets and jets and death. I think we've also learned that I should never be a rescue pilot in an actual war zone. If they reinstituted the draft and they drafted me for war and they said, what do you want to do? As if they give you a choice when they draft you. But if they said, yeah, well, how would you like to contribute to this war? I would say, please don't put me in a helicopter, especially not as a pilot, unless you want to see people die. But I guess it would only happen once. I would have like one bad mission and die. There'd be no extra lives in war, which is why war sucks. War sucks, guys. I think that's all we've learned. I don't feel like we've learned anything else. Maybe something about the futility of war in general or something like that. I don't know. Oh, okay. Rescue these guys. Pros and cons of this game. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I almost want to review the, like, Apple II and arcade versions separately, really. Because there's such a difference in, like, the difficulty here. Oh, God. Okay. We made it. We made it. We made it. We saved 4 people. 4 people are not dead because of us. 1 person is dead because of us in the upper right. We'll see our score there. But yo, we saved 4 people. I can literally die. You know, people say that like I can die now. Literally, I can and will die in this game after I save 4 people. Oh, I am getting the hang of it though. That's something. That's something you don't see every day. Old Gaming Jay actually improving in a game. There we go. Get in. Hurry. 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 You're dead. You're dead. You killed us both. Because you couldn't run. Because you thought it was a time to walk towards the rescue helicopter. You idiot. Oh my god. Alright, pros and cons of this game. One of the main pros is that it was definitely a very unique concept back in the day to have sort of a rescue mission. As I said, a lot more games were focused more on how this arcade game is, where you're just killing everything. But especially the Apple II version was kind of a novel concept, and that's pretty cool. The controls are pretty good, actually, once you get used to them. There's this sort of, there's only 2 buttons, shoot and kind of like turn around. It's actually not too bad of a system. In terms of the game itself, I say it's like a decent retro game. Where I find it difficult is, especially on this arcade port, they amp the difficulty up way too high. Like way, way too high. I would say that if you're going to play this game, definitely check out something like the Apple II version. Or there's tons of ports. It's on the Atari, and later on, interesting kind of bit of history here. It started off on like the Apple II, and then got ported to different systems. Then it got ported to the arcade, which rarely happened back then. Things didn't usually go in that direction. Didn't go home console to arcade. But then the arcade version got ported to like the NES and the Master System, the Sega Master System. So like it followed this really weird trajectory of ports. But I would definitely recommend one of the other ports rather than this one. Oh, you son of a... That was like homing missiles. Homing missiles. Oh my god. Ultimately, like, is this a game you should play before you die? This is like a heavy maybe, guys. This is a heavy maybe because, like, although it's decent fun, especially the Apple II version, I think is more fun than the arcade ultimately. Well, actually, I don't know, I'm torn. I mean, there's a lot more action in the arcade version, so maybe it depends what you like. But although it's like a decent game, like nothing jumps out as like, oh man, I definitely have to play this game, all day, every day, I have to come back and play it. It's just sort of like, yeah, it's a solid retro game. So yeah, maybe worth playing, but like, nothing that I would like, go out of my way to like play over and over again. So yeah, it's a maybe. It's a decent retro game, but yeah. If you are a fan of this game though, maybe you have some memories you want to share with us about like awesome, gameplay experiences or times you played this game and you like managed to rescue people against all odds. from this, like, oh man, if you can play the arcade version good, I will be all the more impressed. So share a story with me down below. I would love to hear how good you are at this game, because I just want to know that somebody out there can play this game well, because I clearly can't. I clearly am not evidence of that people can play this game well. So we need evidence, guys. We need evidence. Anyway, if you've enjoyed watching me check out Choplifter here, go ahead, give me a like, give me a subscribe. I will be back in a couple days with a new video and a new game, and you don't want to miss out on that. Or at least I assume you don't want to. Maybe you do. Maybe you do. Anyway, guys, until we meet again, take care of yourselves. I'm just going to be here fighting off jets, trying to save... I've really only saved like one batch of civilians. I feel like I got another one in me. I have the faith to believe. Anyway, guys, until next time, take care of yourselves. Peace. Get in the goddamn helicopter. Let's get the hell out of here. We're leaving your friend for dead, sir. I don't know who he was, but he is not part of the recovery group. Oh god. Jets everywhere. Jets everywhere. Helicopter versus jets! Helicopter always loses. Were they laughing at me? Goddamn Choplifter.